Meet Bob. Bob is a 14th century peasant. He owns nothing, controls nothing, and will die before he ever sees 35. Sounds fun, right? Bob wakes up at 4 a.m. because roosters are jerks. No alarm clock, just existential dread and the sound of his own rumbling stomach. His house, a one-room mud hut with a dirt floor and a roof that leaks like it's personally offended by him. He shares it with his wife, 5 kids, 2 pigs, and 17 very entitled chickens. Privacy? Bro, the only time Bob was alone was when he was pooping in the woods, and even then, a goat probably watched. Breakfast is yesterday's bread that could double as a weapon. Then it's straight to work. Bob doesn't own the land. He's basically a medieval renter who pays rent with his soul. Half the week he slaves on the Lord's fields for free. The Lord? Some rich guy living in a castle who's never worked a day in his life, but still complains that Bob isn't harvesting fast enough. And don't get me started on taxes. The Lord takes half your crops. The church takes another 10%. That's God's cut, apparently. Then random fees every time you sneeze. Marriage tax, death tax, you looked at me funny tax. Bob grows food all year just so some fat noble can throw a banquet while Bob's kids are chewing on leather belts to stop the hunger pains. Hygiene? Non-existent. These people smelled so bad that historians still debate whether the Black Death was caused by rats or just pure medieval BO. Bob bathes twice a year. Whether he needs it or not, his teeth are falling out at 25. The village doctor treats everything by bleeding you or telling you to pray harder. Good luck with that broken arm, champ. Want to leave the village and try your luck somewhere else? Too bad. You're a serf, legally tied to the land like a medieval Tamagotchi that the Lord refuses to let die. Dream of becoming a merchant or craftsman. Pay an insane fine or get whipped. Fall in love with a girl from the next village. Hope you enjoy paying the Lord for permission to marry. Bob's entire life was, yes sir, thank you sir, please step on my neck sir. And then 1,348 hits. The Black Death rolls through like the final boss nobody asked for. Half the village drops dead in days. Bodies piled in mass graves. Bob watches his friends and family die horribly, while the church says, this is God punishing you for existing. Meanwhile, the rich are hiding in their castles going, maybe wash your hands, peasants. The same hands they never washed. War? The Lord drags you off to fight his rich people problems. You get a pointy stick and prayers. The knights get armor and glory. You get dysentery and an unmarked grave. Childhood? Half your kids die before age 5. Adulthood? Work until you drop. Old age? What old age? Bob had 0 rights, 0 healthcare, 0 weekends, and 0 hope. He lived in mud, ate garbage, and died young so some inbred noble could wear fancy tights and bang his mistress in a castle paid for with Bob's taxes. So next time you complain about your 9 to 5, traffic, or that your favorite game is $70, remember Bob, he would literally murder you just to sit on a real chair for 5 minutes. Be grateful you weren't born in the Middle Ages, you spoiled 21st century legend. Like if you're glad you weren't Bob, subscribe or the Black Death's coming for your Wi-Fi. Peace out.